J.R. Smith drafted in the first round of the 2004 NBA draft by the New Orleans Hornets. Spent 17 years in the NBA over the course of his career. Won 2 championships, 2016 with the Cavs, 2020 with my Los Angeles Lakers. Has been a 6th man as well. Then following his retirement from the NBA, announced that he would be going back to finish his education at North Carolina A&T State University, and now a member of the golf team as well, and not just a player. Was named the 2021-22 NC Academic Athlete of the Year thanks to a 4.0 GPA. Quite a wonderful honor for JR. Now today, premiering on the new GolfPass series, private lessons. In this series, viewers are able to eavesdrop as the GolfPass coaches work with their students to identify parts of their swing that need attention and then give them specific drills to fix the issue. In this episode, you can see the 2-time NBA champ visit GolfPass coach Chris Como for a private lesson. And J.R. Smith joins us on this Monday. What was the most appealing thing to you about spending time with Chris, who's worked with Tiger and Bryson, among others?
For me, I think the most appealing part was about like how fast the transition for him to understand, like, obviously everybody doesn't think the same, but to make you feel certain sensations in the golf swing. For me, he was able to translate that to me very quickly. And obviously I've been playing for a very long time. Well, not a very long time. I've been playing for like 13 years. And I feel like I should be much better than what I am. And he like literally taught me how to, knock down shots and, hit certain shots to really make me more efficient. And I've gotten so much better, like literally in the last couple of weeks. It's been a real treat for me because everybody knows how stressful the golf game is. I'm not going to say I got it figured out, but it's gotten a lot better.
JR, golf-wise, what's been the most important step in your development?
Trying to take the ego out of the game. I think that's the hardest part because in coming from a sport like basketball, which I've done, since I was 3 years old, I was putting repetition in for countless amount of hours. And I just, for me, the biggest part about the golf game, I have a ego of thinking I'm going to hit the right shot all the time when it's already a very difficult game for pros, let alone amateurs. And to have that ego of not even putting the work in, the time in, and then going out there and expecting amazing results. Trying to conquer that, I think that's the biggest thing. Because understanding that these guys and, seeing when I go see or play with pros, they spend 8-9 hours on a range over, hundreds and hundreds of days, thousands of days, let alone, me trying to come out here and just thinking it's going to be, a light switch and it's going to happen for me.
What aspect from your basketball career helps you the most when you are playing golf?
It's funny because it's like a gift and a curse, right? So like I've been a shooter my whole life and there's never been a shot that I was afraid to shoot. So sometimes when I need that confidence in going into some of these shots. And unfortunately, I have a lot of false confidence, but sometimes it pans out for me. So I think that and understanding the balance in your swing, I think, because as being a shooter and you have to have balance in your legs. And obviously for me, I've been an off-balance shooter for so long. But when you're, if a swing is equivalent to a jump shot, you need the base and, the stability to perform at certain levels. And it's funny because I just seen Tiger say something about talking to Charlie and about not copying my swing, copy Rory's swing. You never see me, you never seen Rory all balanced in the swing. It's funny, like, dang, okay. Now it really it hits home because it starts to translate for me as being a jump shooter.
JR, your decision to join the golf team, what was the assimilation process like, joining kids who are maybe 20 years younger than you and obviously being the most famous athlete on campus? What's that experience like?
It's amazing, getting to know the younger generation and understand where they come from and what they care about and what they what's important to them. It's a very humbling feeling because I remember being at that point before, well, for me, before having kids, um, but not having that experience as, being away from home. So a lot of that is, for me, is it's a treat because I get to see, I get to teach and learn at the same time. I get to teach them about, becoming men, becoming young women, because I have female teammates as well. We have a women's team, and just getting to talk to them and understanding their problems and struggles as well as their joys and happiness and everything else. And what makes it so sweet of being at A&T, everybody, everybody's very open to whether it be suggestions or giving advice. It's a place where everybody is really looking out for one another, and it's literally one of the greatest places I've been.
It's interesting, JR, you've been very open about this new chapter in your life, admitting that you hated school when you were younger. What kind of feedback have you gotten from people on Twitter as you share these stories of trying to go to office hours and doing the extra things to become a good student?
I've gotten a lot of great feedback. A lot of people feel the same way. Just didn't, had the courage to say it. For me, I never really had the courage to talk about school or anything about, reading, education, or anything. I felt like that was on that level because I already had the insecurity from how I felt about it when I was growing up. I was already, classified as, ADHD, dyslexic, ADD. So all of these things, when it comes to certain things in the classroom, it just didn't make sense to me. So I gravitated towards the sports. And for me, it's translated well because I'm good at basketball, football, baseball. I could play golf. I can do this, I can do that. But also I had a lack of the education and knowledge from just a insecurity of not understanding it and understanding I'm not like everybody else when it comes to comprehending, whether it be schoolwork or certain intelligent things that I thought at the time. So for me is to overcome it as a man going to 37 years old. I talk to my therapist about it a lot. It's a trauma that I've finally overcome, and I want to speak out about it more because I know a lot of people have this insecurity. People older than me, people younger than me, people the same age as me, and I feel like if you can let that out and overcome that, you can, if you can do really great things.
Along those same lines, what's been the most rewarding part of being a student athlete for the first time?
I would say the meal plan, I guess.
I didn't say the best. I said the most rewarding.
The most rewarding. I think the most rewarding is learning from the younger generation. For me, I came into a situation where I was, 17, 18, and I'm working with 33, 34, 35-year-olds, 36-year-olds, 45-year-olds in front office positions and stuff like that. And I didn't really know how to, move in that atmosphere and move and be confident in that atmosphere and what I'm saying and how to communicate what I'm saying to the people who I felt like I looked up to or in higher positions. So for me to be able to go back, I can teach that to my teammates and I can teach that to the youth, like, about how to go about, whether it be sending emails to professors and, for me, that's been the insecurity for me going to school. I never wanted to talk to the teacher about why I couldn't understand this or why it didn't make sense to me. So for somebody else, or whether it be with schoolwork or whether they're having a problem in their regular life, whatever it is, be able to teach them to have that communication and opening up. I think that's one of my purposes here.
JR, it's one thing to win an NBA title. You've done it twice. To win the Academic Athlete of the Year, considering where you were with school as a younger man to where you are now, when you were notified that this was the award you were going to be given, what were the thoughts that were going through your mind?
So many thoughts, honestly. For me, it was more like, I accomplished this goal, but like, I can't wait to come. My first thought was I can't wait to call my kids. Because one of my daughters and I have the same tutor. So we were going through some of this math stuff together and trying to figure it out. And So that was like, for me, that was the biggest joy because I felt like we did it together, her and I. And, and it's funny because the time she's in sixth grade. I'm a freshman in college, and we're literally learning the same math. And I'm struggling. She's getting it like with no problem. I'm like, yo, what is dividing, multiplying fractions and all of this? I'm like, I have no idea where I'm at. And, be able to get through that and to do it with her, I think that's one of the best teammates I've ever had in my life, for sure. She really helped me through it. And, that's something I can cherish beyond just multiple experiences that I had, even playing in a college golf tournament.
JR, besides spending a lot of time in campus dining, apparently, can you give us just a sense of what your day-to-day routine looks like?
Well, for me, it's 8 to 12. I'm in tutoring class or whatever because a lot of my classes are online, so I'm not in school as much as people think I'm on campus. So I'll do that Monday through Friday. Then I go to the range, try to get better, of course, for about 2-3 hours. Squeeze in food at the range somewhere. But now, I've been traveling, so I go back and forth between North Carolina and New Jersey, see my kids, go to school, try to fit in golf because the weather's obviously, you can't really play golf in the Northeast right now. So, but it's kind of hectic. I try to fit it all in and make it work for me. And unfortunately, it has been. It's just a lot of moving. I thought I was done traveling as much once I stopped playing ball, but it seems like I travel more now.
When you got that 4.0, LeBron James reached out to you on Twitter congratulating you. You said, "Thank you, King." He likes golf, kind of starting to play a little bit. We've seen some videos floating around here or there. What would it take for LeBron, clearly one of the great athletes of all time, to kind of become more proficient in this game? Any plans to get LeBron on a golf course again soon?
I would love to get him on the course. For him, I think it would be amazing because this is, being in nature and being outdoors and being away from everybody. You could throw your phone in the bag, have a drink, smoke a cigar, just enjoy the time. I think that would be such a amazing part of, his life to make him, just give him the time to himself, that peace of mind. The golf game, I don't know if he has the fluidity. I'm just gonna say to perfect that swing, or not to perfect it, but like to be, one of those guys who can move it around early. I think it's gonna take him a while. He's gonna have to get some lessons. I'm open teaching, but obviously I'm not the best either. So he has access. Him and Tiger are Nike, so they can figure that out.
You're the reigning athlete of the year. JR, do you think in your college career you can get to a point where you're a contender for player of the year?
I've been going back and forth with this because I'm trying to tell myself to be modest and stay humble, but within that, I'm trying to still compete and really have that fire. So I'm gonna say yes, just because if you want something, I believe in speaking it to an existence. And if you don't believe it, then it's not gonna happen. So I believe I can do it. So yeah.
JR, would you consider yourself an inspiration at this point in your life and career?
Inspiration? No, I don't think I'm an inspiration. I think I'm just trying to do and excel at what I do or what can be best for me. I don't think I don't know if it's an inspiration to people. Yeah, I don't think so. Not to me. Just another guy out here just so happened I played basketball for a really long time and was able to go to college. It's funny because I always thought about going back to school and what it would be like. And if I did play a sport or another sport, I never thought it would be golf. That's for sure.
Well, JR, clearly you're making it happen in this second career. We can't thank you enough for your time. We'll look forward to watching you have private lessons streaming on GolfPass with Chris Como. Best of luck the rest of the year and hope to catch up with you again soon.
Absolutely, absolutely. I got to get you guys out there on the course to see what y'all game like. I know all y'all can play, so I just need to know how many shots am I getting though?
What do you think? You give him a couple?
I mean, he said we can play.
Yeah.
I know I can.
Oh, I'm game.
I don't know about you.
I finished T2 at Pebble, so I'm ready. We got you, JR. We'll make it happen.
Oh, yeah, okay. Bet. I just need the shots. That's all I'm looking for.
All right. Two-time NBA champion, and yes, Athlete of the Year, North Carolina AT&T, JR Smith. Back after.